Yo, is this thing on? Is this thing on? Okay. Huh. Oh, it's on now. It wasn't coming on at first. Now it's on. Hey y'all. What up? What's up? Happy Wednesday. Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. How much gas I got? Whew. I need to go to the store. I do. I do. I do. I go out like this way. What's up, people? Hello, hello. Car Chronicles in full effect. How y'all doing? How are y'all? How y'all be feeling? How's your Wednesday? Wednesday. PT Car Chronicles in full effect, but no PT stories though. No PT stories. What's up? What's up? I was at physical therapy and I was listening to buckets. So part of the treatment, I was one finger typing it out. The stuff that I posted on my community wall, I'm able to post again. Yay. It was going through. I was like, let me try and see if it's going to let me post. And it did. It let me post. So, I ain't listened to the whole thing, but I guess she did one today because y'all know she just going to keep coming and she just going to keep going because I'm telling y'all, she is jealous of the amount of money that has been collected in memorial of Rise. I'm gonna say it like that because it doesn't matter like whatever memorial, burial, aftercare, all the expenses. So I just want to umbrella it and say memorial. I believe that Buckets. Hey y'all, hello, hello. I believe that Buckets is jealous. And so Buckets is in competition because she's always been in competition with everybody. It's always the inadequate people that live their lives like that. And so she is in competition. And so she's going to continue to go live and collect greedily as much as she can until she can show you guys a number of 7,000 or better. And I don't think she's going to settle at 7,000 because she even mentioned it, how there's even cash apps that are unseen. Mind you, this is the heifer that's always talking about somebody counting money and people, oh, they're just mad at the way you guys love me and you're sending me money. They're always counting my money. They can't ever not talk about my money. They're even talking about my goals. But she stayed talking about other people's money. She stayed counting money. But remember, aha, the rules don't apply to her. The rules don't apply to her. And she only defending the crew now because she desperate. She desperate. She needs people to back her. If all of them walk away, she already done. But watch and see who she shows up as without mouthpieces, without the 5150, aka 74, without the Shrek babies, doom 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 doom, doom, without twin palettes. I know I still couldn't share earlier. I saw Yo-Yo's post. I tried to share that earlier, but I said I'm gonna remember to go back and share that. The twin palettes, you know, Barilla, we don't count you. Nobody does. Your own man don't even count you. Is he your man for real or are you lying to us? Shut your ass up. So we ain't gonna put her in that group. But her mouthpieces, If they stop being her mouth, even if they don't flip sides or whatever, if they stop being her mouthpiece pieces, watch how she shows up. Watch how she shows up. It's gonna be vastly different. She needs them, and they don't even know it. They don't even know it. But for real. So she's counting coins, but the rules don't apply to her. So she can do that. But if anybody else mentions it, ooh, it's a problem. What are you doing? I know you ain't counting nobody coins. How dare you? The nerve of you. And so, she's going to run it up until she gets $10,000. And then she's gonna brag about it. And she's gonna put it in everybody's face so that the people that gave to her can see how much money she collects. And guess what? She's not going to give anyone anything. But she might lie about it though. Or she might say she sent 7-4 something like a little chump change or whatever. 7-4 will say whatever she tell her to say. So if 5150 say, if she tell 5150 to tell the people that she sent her $1,000 and she don't have to show it, 5150 gonna say that. It doesn't mean it happened. If she call out Auntie somebody, what's that one lady name? The auntie she love to come call nowadays. Hey, I sent you such and such, didn't I? She got her names that she calls on the regular to back her up. It's not gonna be true. She's just gonna take. In her mind, they owe her because how dare people give more in honor of Roz, and she's sitting here not giving anything. It's almost like she want to kick. Listen, take this walk with me. It might seem a little hard, but I'm just telling you what it's looking like to me. Okay. It almost like she want to kick up out of here because she keep on talking about if it was me, if it was me, if it was me. Don't nobody talk that much. If it was me, when we talking about unalive, when we're talking about deceased, don't nobody keep putting themselves in a deceased role. Not a normal person. Who the hell want to think about being not here if you want to be here? Who want to keep putting yourself in comparison or in the role of when I'm not here or if I wasn't here? Girl, please. That's weird. Let me tell. This might be a little comedic, but let me tell you. I'm gonna tell y'all a story time. Story time, right? I guess it's sort of related to, when people, how can you put yourself in a deceased role, like comparison or whatever? Uh, I went to I was at this concert. It was, it was Jeezy. And I don't even know who this guy is. I don't know. I think it's some rapper from Chicago. I don't know. I honestly had never heard any of the music that he performed. But there's a big group of people on stage. So anyway, and it was a bunch of it ended up being, it's Jeezy. So I'm thinking, this gonna be a mixed crowd. Man, no fucking kids was they was so damn, that audience was so young. That was so young. That was my kid's age. I'm like, what the hell? Jeezy's the headliner. Where are all these young people coming from? But they were. So this kid is performing this song, and he's like, "I'ma have a this at my funeral, and I'ma do a that at my funeral." And the moment the beat dropped, boom, the kids went crazy. And everybody's standing up, and they stand and they go and da 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 at my funeral. And I was looking around the audience like, I'm too old for this shit. I'm too damn old for this shit. What the hell? And ain't no way I'm about to make a song about at my funeral, and I damn sure not about to. If I knew the words, I would not be singing it. And we're not gonna. That's not a role that we're not gonna even look at that. Now, if you feel like something going on, or you're a little older or whatever, and you want to make some plans or whatever to try to make things a little easier, maybe. But to be performing a song and the kids just running around loving it, they knew all the words. Da 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 at my funeral, and I was like, oh hell nah, this is team too much. Where's GC? When is Jeezy coming out? All the performers that performed before Jeezy, by the way, they were so young. I'm like, I could have gave birth to these people. I don't even know none of this damn music. We was sitting there looking at each other like, what the hell is this? But anyway, don't nobody, mostly people don't talk about that. And they might plan it, but that's not something they carry on, continuing to talk about when I'm not here, especially if somebody, I mean, if people, when people pass away, it does make you think about, do you have plans? What do you have in place? What type of policies, life insurance and documentation do people know, what ooh, what do you have, um and do the proper what's the word I want to say, whoever you appoint, beneficiary, that's the word, are they aware that they are the beneficiary, all that kind of stuff. Yes, it does make you think about that, because tomorrow's not promised. But to continue carrying on about it, to me, I'm gonna look down at the comments in just a moment. Y'all know I'm driving, but I'm about to be able to stop in just a minute. To me, to carry on is weird. And then when you're talking about somebody like a buckets, who clearly has been comparing herself to and competing with, or trying to compete but not doing such a good job, never catching up, never, you can't keep up if you never caught up, being behind all the time, but trying her damnedest to put herself on the level of a Treese or a Roz, and trying to just pretend like she has met that level or exceeded it. And so, thinking that even to the point where Roz is resting peacefully, and here we go, looking at Buckets make a fool of herself, comparing herself to a deceased person, competing so bad that she's trying to get the amount of money up, in my opinion, that Roz's daughters are collecting, um in to help with the memorial expenses. Now I'm about to look at the comments in just a second. Y'all know I had something, yes, definitely, to say, but I was driving too. Like, I literally haven't stopped until right now, so I really couldn't look down at the chat. Hello, hello, y'all. Welcome, welcome. Oh, classy lady in the building. She said, "Good afternoon. Kiss the ring and chatters." Hey, classy lady. Um, oh, I just think that it's sad. It's sad and it's pathetic, but that's what's happening. So she collecting the money, and she just gonna keep coming out here and trying to get as much money as she possibly can. As much money as she possibly can. And the people they gonna keep giving it to her. So she just gonna take all they little SSD check for the month, all they little play money, all they little extra expenses that they had something set aside for. Shit, that ain't gonna happen. She taking everything. Let me look at this message real quick. Let me see what it says. It says, let me close that. What does the message say? Oh, shoot. Okay. I just wait. Yeah. So that's that. It's a mess. She started her thing off at the beginning of it. She was talking about the trial with this Carmelo Anthony kid. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Side note before I say what I was gonna say. When the trial, when I kept hearing a Carmelo Anthony trial initially, I said, Carmelo Anthony on trial. And then one day I was like, it was when the trial was starting. I was like, let me see what is this? Carmelo Anthony on trial? That's when I realized it's a kid. It's not actual Carmelo Anthony. And I said, wow, this is it's kind of interesting. And so like this one lawyer that I like to follow, oh shit, I just thought about something. I haven't seen this other lawyer lately. I went looking over at his stuff and he didn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, but I know why he didn't touch it. He knew there was a possibility. Of course, we all knew it could end like this, and he know how that's gonna go. So I guess I'm assuming that's why he didn't touch it, because he usually touch everything. And I like him because a lot of times when it be certain cases, some of these lawyers won't touch it. But I got another lawyer on my thing. I guarantee you, she probably is two more lawyers, and I bet they probably both touched it. But some of the channels that I had subscribed to my first day back with this channel, I had went through my timeline and I was unsubscribed from a lot of channels that I did not unsubscribe myself from. And then other ones were hidden because once I started resubscribing, or if I look up one, I'm like, I haven't seen their content and I was still subscribed. Now all of a sudden they're starting to suggest to me their stuff versus only a couple of little people. I heard somebody else talking about this. She's in the street sector. And she was talking about, she said, damn, she said, I'm sick of YouTube. She said, all they do is suggest me the same few people over and over and over again. Like it's nothing else out there. And I'm like, yeah, they fine tune the algorithm, but they need to fix it. I don't care if I don't interact with those people as much. If I subscribed to them, show me their stuff. But anyways, a couple more lawyers that I believe they probably gonna break the case all the way down, and I would be interested to see what they had to say. But I think that it was funny that Buckets was speaking on any legal matter, considering that her and her child are criminals. And she talking about the importance of answering those little things that come in the mail so you can do jury duty. And what I wonder is, and I don't know the answer to this, do felons, and I don't know if she's a felon, but she definitely has caught criminal charges. I'm about to ask Google. Let me ask Google. Do Google do do felons get jury? I would assume no. Do they get requests for jury duty? I would assume no, because what lawyer is gonna pick them? Oh, they said yes. Felons can and often do receive jury duty requests by mail, but they are generally legally disqualified from actually serving. Summoning agencies like the court clerk typically use records from the, let's say it's from the DMV or the Secretary of State, such as a driver's license list, which do not always automatically filter out individuals with criminal records because the system doesn't automatically cross-reference every name with criminal database before sending out the summons. The burden falls on the recipient to notify the court of their disqualification. Specific guidelines for managing a jury summons include, oh, okay, so let me see. I want to know, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it like this. What is this? I got a message that said, "A reminder for an appointment." Can let's see what it now. Let's see what it says. Whether an ex can ex-con serve jury duty. Whether an ex-con can serve on a jury depends entirely on the type of conviction and the type and the state where the trial takes place. Misdemeanor convictions generally do not disqualify you from jury service, but felony convictions usually result in a permanent or temporary ban. Rules governing jury service are determined at the state and federal level. Permanent disqualification in many states And in the federal court system, convicted felons are permanently barred from serving as jurors. Conditional disqualification. In a few states, convicted felons are barred while they are incarcerated, on probation, or on parole. A few states will let them after that everything is done. In states like Maine, felons are generally permitted to serve. Okay. So if it's a misdemeanor, they can. If it's a felony, they can't. It really depends on the state. I just thought it was interesting for her to tell people to do it. What jury have you been on? I'll wait. So they're going to receive it, but they really can't. And the truth is, can you imagine her sitting there with a group of people as they pooled the people sitting there to see if they want to keep them as potential jurors, and then they ask her about her past, or they check and see that she stole baloney boots as silverware. Someone defending a criminal might be like, yeah, we'll keep her, but the other side's gonna be like, hell no, get rid of her. Oh shit, you know what? Oh, she did give me an extra one. They're gonna be like, hell no, get rid of her. Get rid of her. She gotta go. So why do these people talk about stuff that doesn't relate to them? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, why is she worried about, and you guys make sure you answer those, because those are very important and representation matters. You would say that because you would want everybody to be a bummy thief like you, had Miss Mitzi not met became or passed away. Let's just say it like that. And you would have had to go to trial. Of course, you would have. Make sure y'all answer those because representation matters. Still wasn't gonna get a bunch of thieves. Still wasn't. Wasn't nobody gonna be like, oh, well, she needed tires. We understand. That's not how that works. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And of course, she was talking about being tough. Like I said, I only heard part of it, but she was talking about being tough. And I said I wasn't gonna really be on here long because I just pulled up for Car Chronicles real quick. Um, but because of course the fight talk has to come, and here's the thing. This heifer, she says that she ain't never got slid. She has never gotten slid. In order to get slid, you gotta fight. Unlike her, and of course, did y'all anybody heard it? She was talking about bullies. I know your ass is listening, you duck. I know you listening. Now she was talking about bullies. Bitch, she was a bully. The audacity. And she talking about she ain't never got slid. You'd have to fight. Most people don't fight people that's not trying to fight or won't fight back. Most people don't. Unlike you, because you a bully. Unlike you, because you a bully. Other than that, most people do not fight a person that's not fighting back. They don't. So in order to get slid, you got to fight. Somebody draw. I'm gonna have to do this when I have more people, but I'm gonna do it now too, and I'm gonna do it later. But most of y'all are listening in the bushes. Whether you had one fight, two fights, or multiple fights in your childhood, who won every single fight? Who won every single fight? She talking about she don't care how big or none of that. She even said something about calling your brother. And I'm like, I don't know what that's all about, but in order to get slid, you gotta fight. And you talking about somebody being bigger than you? You sound dumb. She sounds stupid. Of course, I got my fight story where the girl was bigger than me and I was scared. I told the truth. I was in fourth fucking grade. The girl was in fifth grade. She was supposed to be in seventh grade. That bit was big as hell. She was big as hell compared to me. She was big. And I needed my brother that day. And he came through in the clutch. Yes, he did. Sure did. But at the end of the day, everybody ain't, most people don't win every single time. She talking about something you couldn't go in the house if you lost. Girl, please. And your ass slept outside. Because if you did fight, somebody was hitting you, you didn't swing back, and you got beat up. Ain't no way you was over there fighting. If anything, your sisters was fighting on your behalf. If you was a scrapper, you wouldn't be as dusty and mean and bully or none of that. I just don't believe it. I don't. And I'd have to see proof to change my mind. That's just my opinion of her. So it just is what it is. It is what it is. I just don't. I don't think anybody wins all. I'm talking about one on one. You know what I'm saying? If it's a group of y'all, that's different. If it's a group, and sometimes you take them. You know what? And I ain't about to make this a whole fight story thing, but you know what is when you start talking about fighting and bullying and shit. My cousin used to be fresh to damn death. He came home one day, he was fucked up. He got jumped by about, and I'm not even exaggerating, about 20 boys. The one boy with the crew tried to fight him. He caught the boy away from the rest of him and fucked his head up, gave him the business. But then the next time that boy caught him and came with a crew and they all jumped him, he was messed the hell up. He came in the door, whoo, he looked so bad. But he fought though. But guess what? How the hell you gonna beat that many people? Even if you a scrapper and a winner, sometimes you take L's. But she got too much of an ego to admit that she was a runner, she was a track star. And so now she out here acting out on social media, trying to act like she's so big, bad, and tough, trying to be the bully of the sector. And just like the situation with most bullies, she ain't got too many people messing with her no more. And don't nobody like you. Sucks to be you. Loud, yelling, screaming, disruptive. Ain't no way on earth the kids is loving her behavior in their households. Combos with Candace in the building. She said, "Hey, kiss and chat. Hey, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday." I need some water. My throat is a little dry, slightly a little dry. Mm. Put this in the pocket. Let's smell. Smell like I need to replace this little arm sleeve. My arm was sweating. Put my little mask on. So, yeah, I don't think, um, especially if you're in the hood, let's be real. I want to say the hood though, to be honest with you, it don't really matter where you are. Kids fight. Some people are winners, some people are losers, some people it's a draw. You know what I'm saying? One on one, you may or may not win. It's nothing about her that gives tough. Why was she having that conversation today? Because she be listening. She be listening to replays and she has something to prove. But guess what, Buckets? Cowho, I don't believe you. I don't. And I think I'm not alone. You don't make sense. You don't even act like a tough person. You sound like a coward. You talk like a coward. Everything you do is cowardly. Come on, girl. Just a whole coward out in these damn streets. Like ridiculous. A person who fight people, at least they know who to fight and when to fight. You fight every damn body. That's giving coward. Coward, coward, coward. And then you don't know when to say the right thing and when not to, because then you want to turn around and be like what happened with 7-4 and her son, 5150 situation with her son. Well, it couldn't be me, but y'all don't know, and making all those excuses. Girl, please. It's giving coward. You too scared to even tell 7-4 how you really feel. about the situation with her son. So we supposed to believe that you're so tough, but you'll talk crap about people, but you won't call a name. You'll be talking crap about a person and you switch between people. Since I've been doing these, hey Gamma, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Since I've been doing these listen and react uh lives from her stuff, and sometimes I'm telling y'all exactly what she's saying. Listen to how she talks. She'll say a name or reference someone, and by the time she's done, she's talking about a whole other person, but she never said it. But by the time she get to a certain point, you're like, wait, she talking about somebody else. And I've done it when I've been on live with y'all. I run it back and go slow. And you like, she might have said something that clued you in she was switching, or she might not have. And you like, who the hell is she talking about? But if you would just say who the hell you talking about all the damn time, make it plain. Say it with your chest. Then we could not only could we follow you better, but it wouldn't make you look like the punk that you are. You too scared to even stand 10 toes on it. And yes, I'm gonna keep making the example of the dirty deletes. You so bold, you not a bully and you not a coward. You always fought and you never took a L. But you can't even come on a virtual app where people can't even physically get to you. And say what you gotta say and stand 10 toes on it, including the one about me. And it's funny because at this point, in the last 2 weeks, she done thrown the exact same thing at least two different people. It's almost verbatim what she accused Miss Carver of, that she now has the Shrek baby, saying the same thing. And that's exactly what she accused me of. Which, what did I say then? You don't know me, you don't know my intentions. I'm not a manipulator. If I was gonna manipulate you, I wouldn't do it with my money. It was a little punk butt $10. I threw the $10 because I wanted to be seen and I wanted to get subscribers. I wanted to take her subscribers. I'm trying to take, and I'm in people's chats because I want to take their subscribers and all that kind of stuff. That's what she said. And people believed me and threw it at me, including Mrs. Carver. Let's be real. It was thrown at Mrs. Carver now, more recently, and Mrs. Carver is out here defending herself. You supposed to. And she's saying it ain't true. She did it from her heart. That's why she threw the money, not because she was trying to be manipulative or gain anything. That's what she said. But guess what though? If I'm just being 1,000, when Bucket said it about me, the next time I popped up in Mrs. Carver's chat, she cussed me smooth the fuck out and accused me of exactly what Bucket's had just said about me. She did. She absolutely did. That's what happened. And she told me to take my ass on and get and stay gone. And I did. I have not been back in her chat. I have not. But she likes to recycle what she's saying about people. She likes to recycle what she's saying about people. But she's a bully. That's what it is. And she be hating on people. You see? She be hating on people. She want people to, I don't know what she want, but I think she's the manipulator and the deceiver. That's why she thinks that people are manipulating or trying to be seen. That's why they in chats. And I don't know anybody else's intentions, but in my case, that was not what I was doing. I was not. I was already in the chats without being a content creator. But she's like, she's a new content creator. She's trying to gain subs and she just threw the super chat so that y'all can see her so she can take your subscribers. I said nothing about myself being a content creator when I did it. I literally was acting the same way I do because I was in subscriber mode. But then when the CCs went over to Majane that day, that everybody was like having a kumbaya and they was throwing super chats and everything like that, super stickers, she said the same thing. She used that exact same thing. as part of what she was saying. And now she's using it towards Mrs. Carver. But the first time I heard her use it was when she said it about me. But to the whole coward thing, she spent a whole hour telling lies and dragging me. And people were so scared in the chat. Yep, we know who you talking about. We know. And as soon as it was done, it immediately went to private. Punk ass bitch. Fuck you, you fat stank heifer. Let me look at my comments. Convos with Candace said, I don't know how y'all listen to that bum. She said, I can't stand her or her voice. Yeah. For a while, I didn't want to hear her. For a while, I didn't. I guess it's kind of reactionary, but some days I click on her and I don't want to hear her. I don't. I just parked for a second, y'all, before I listen. The world is just a nosy place, I guess, because I just parked for a second before I go on where I gotta go. And I was looking down at the screen and looking at my other screen, and then I looked up and I saw this car, and I'm like, was that car there? I don't think that car was there. And I noticed that windows were down. And I'm like, what the hell are they doing? So I rolled my windows up and I kept talking. They're far enough away. If I roll my windows up and I keep talking like I'm talking, they ain't gonna be able to hear me. And I'm not saying nothing that's a secret. They could tap into the live and listen, but it's the principle. So I rolled the windows up and just kept talking like this. And what happened? Within 2 minutes, they pulled off. They been pulled off. And then they end up pulling way across the way and then went into a place close to here, but far enough away. And I'm like, literally, you was gonna give up your day to listen to little old me? Come closer so I can give you my channel name and you can subscribe. You ain't gotta stop your day. What? The world is just a nosy place. Let me look at the comment section in just a minute. What is my phone doing? Tracking notification. Okay. Got my speaking. Convo speaking. Yeah, she a demon. But she look. I listened to Mrs. Carver this morning. I listened to part of it. Um, did I listen to the whole thing? I don't. Okay. It probably ended up running all the way through, but I couldn't because I was back and forth with something. So I was listening and I was back and forth with that. But I heard enough to hear her talk about the Shrek baby. Doom 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 doom. Saying that she threw the $50 at the GoFund. Let me say it better. She contributed $50 to the GoFundMe because she with under her name because she wanted to be seen, which is also what Buckets said the other day. And then Buckets was saying that she's everybody subscribe. Oh, welcome in. Thank you. Oh, y'all subscribe. She said that she's trying to gain Roz's subscribers. And I'm like, I'm trying not to be like too stuck on a point. If it was anybody else, I don't know if I would be stuck. I don't want to have a problem with Mrs. Carver, but the truth is, she cussed me out like a motherfucking dog and said the same fucking thing to me that shit buckets had just said about me, which was that I threw the super sticker because I wanted to be seen and gain subscribers. And I was trying to put myself out there by throwing the super sticker, and that I was dropping in content creators' chats, speaking, not just speaking in a group, but speaking individually so that I can be seen and gain their subscribers from them seeing me. as if I hadn't already been in some of their chats already, including Mrs. Carver's. I wasn't in her chat a whole lot. I hadn't long since found her. They kept talking about this lady that was cussing people out and shit, and I'm like, "Ooh, I want to, I want to hear for myself." And I had finally found her, and I drop in every now and then and speak. I wasn't doing a whole lot being active because I wasn't at a place where I could just go stay in the chat and go back and forth. But I would speak and then keep it pushing for the most part. And then Buckets threw that lie at me. And the next time after, and she did that live and that dirty delete when she told those lies. And then the next time I dropped in Mrs. Carver's chat, she cussed me smooth the fuck out. And I ain't talking about no easy cussing. I'm talking about she cussed me like she known me for years and I stole from her. That's for real. Get the hell you over here, you ain't taking shit from me. Get your ass on and fucking just cuss me out. And I said, oh damn, that's fucked up. Because Buckets lied on me. Buckets lied on me. You lied, bitch. All I did was threw a fucking super chat, a super sticker. I didn't even fucking say shit. I don't even, yeah, you can't say words. You could say words in it. So you could say words in it. I don't even think I said any words. I don't remember saying words. I just threw the fucking super sticker. It wasn't to get myself out there. I didn't come out and say, hey, everybody, I got a channel now. Follow me. I didn't. I just threw the fucking super sticker. And the next day, the bitch was like, yeah, she trying to gain subscribers and she in people's chats trying to be seen. And then I went to DJ's chat and DJ was, get your ass up. Bitch, what the fuck is you talking about? You been pinning my mother. You been pinning my comments. You been pinning some of my comments. And then Buckets lies on me and you cussed me out, bitch. And then her and Buckets fell out. And she said Buckets told a bunch of lies on her. So I'm like, okay, maybe now she didn't really cuss me that bad though. She just more was like, get your ass from over here trying to take my subscribers. And I'm like, but I'm not. So her and Buckets falls out. And I think to myself, a little bit of time go by. And she's saying everything Buckets is saying about her, Buckets showing receipts and all kind of shit. And I'm sitting here like, okay, she's saying Buckets is lying. Okay, Buckets lying on her. So now she gonna realize that I'm telling the truth. Buckets lied on me. So I went over to her chat and I dropped in the chat. Months had gone by. This bitch went, what the fuck? Now this time she went to cussing. You know, and her saying, yo, dog head, get your ass, get your this dog head in my chat. she did. She did. I said, no, not I'm a dog head. Not you going off and all that type. I thought she lied on you. So then at that point, I of course I had my channel. It was better established by then. So I went on my live and I'm like, so you know what? If you still believe what she said about me, then I believe what she said about you. How the fuck is she lying on you, but she telling the truth about me? That bitch don't know me. So if you gonna say that I can't be telling the truth, that the bitch lying on me, then you can't be telling the truth, and the bitch must be lying on you. And that's how we ended that. Fuck you, bitch. Yes, I was looking at the shit she was doing because I wanted to know what the fuck was happening. But I was like, fuck you. And if she come back, it's still gonna be fuck you, you stupid bitch. How the fuck do a bitch lie on you? And you don't go like, ooh, light bulb. Especially if they tell the same lie that somebody already said when she said that about me, it was a lie. And then you turn around and they tell the same lie on you, and you're saying, like, well, that's not true. She's lying on me. So she lied on you, but she didn't lie on me. She couldn't have been lying on Kiss. She was telling the truth when she said it about Kiss, but when she said it about other people, she was lying. That shit don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. And maybe I had to get out of my own way of thinking. Because if I had been manipulated, deceived, because I'm down with you, her, if I was down with her and she said those lies and I believed her, oh shit, damn, that is what that looked like. And I got deceived. When she turned around and said it about me, and I would be like, damn, that's not true. I would have to think and be like, well, damn, she's now telling that same lie on me that so and so said that she was lying when she said it about them. And I'd have to give them the benefit of the doubt, even if I didn't before. I can't continue to believe, well, she told the truth when she said it about you, but she's lying on me. That shit is weird. You got to be fucked up and your mental got to be warped if you can't see it. If you can't see it. And anybody that cussed me out behind it owes me a fucking apology. And that's just it. And that's just all. That's it. And that's all. Or don't. I don't care. Or don't. I don't care. But if they standing on what she said about me, then I believe what she said about them. Now, let's do it like that. That's how we gonna do that. And I would definitely be leaving this one up. Especially when you was being genuine and you like, ooh, cool. Ooh, I found so and so. Ooh, I like they chat. Ooh, okay. Whatever it is. I'm gonna listen to this right here or whatever. Same familiar faces from everywhere because the sector shares people. So you're just speaking because they're familiar faces and you get cussed the fuck out for dropping in the chat because of nothing ass, dividing and conquering ass, Uno toothed, rank booty crack, big back, Shrek, rock smoking bitch lied. Ain't that crazy? Got bamboozled. Now she telling the same lies on you, whichever one it is, because she told the same lies on a few people. And I'm not saying this to everybody that she told those lies on, because it's a few that never met me with aggression as a result of her lies. I don't know what they thought, but I tell you what, they never showed me that they had a problem. They just carried on. There was, and I, at first, I got real quiet in a lot of chats. When I was unsure, I would just listen in the bushes because I got sick and tired of getting cussed out for dropping in some fucking body's chat after that bitch told that lie on me. Those lies. I defended myself a few times, but I was like, fuck it. I only went in chats where I knew it was safe. Other than that, I was like, fuck it, because people being stupid. So you could go in all these other chats and be seen. But if I do the same thing everybody else is doing, I'm trying to poach subscribers. Stupid. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. If a motherfucker find out you got a channel, whether you been in a chat or not, in this group, they're probably going to check you out. And they're either going to decide to subscribe or not, and they're going to decide to stay or go. They're going to be a bushwatcher or they're going to be in your chat. They're going to listen to you from time to time or they're going to pull up whenever the hell they can, regardless of whether they see you in a bunch of chats, a few chats, or whatever the case may be. But when it was me, though, it was true. But now that she's throwing it at other people, don't believe her about them. And it was kind of annoying because I like the social aspect sometimes, being in the chats and communicating. And I couldn't in some chats because I was like, I'm sick of people accusing me of trying to do something that I'm not doing. You're telling them I have a channel, stupid. You're the idiot. Because I'm in your chat. They may not have even found out I got a channel, and you're accusing me of something I didn't do. And the next thing you know, my subscriber count goes up. Some people are slow. Thanks for the free promotion. I wasn't even going to do that because I respect people's chats. I'm just saying. You feel me? And then there's people that heard that I had a chat that actually heard that live and was like, when I drop in their chat, they be like, I didn't know you had a channel. You know what I'm saying? And they were helping a sister out, which was cool because I believe in community and networking. You know, you can grow on your own, but it's a little more challenging. And why not help another one? But remember back then, she kept on talking about get it out the mud. And I'm gonna look at your comment in just a moment. Get mom. She's talking about get out the mud. She I remember everybody started saying it because after that live, she just kept repeating it. But on that live that she did on me, she kept talking about people trying to get it off of somebody else's back. They need to get it out the mud. Get it out. We all got it out the mud. We got it out the mud. And then everybody started talking about how they got it out the mud. Y'all motherfuckers is lying. That bitch didn't get it out the mud, and a bunch of y'all motherfuckers did not get it out the motherfucking mud. There are people that got it out the motherfucking mud. But that bitch was not one of them. But she always trying to say some shit that does not, the rules don't apply to her. So she gonna say get it out the motherfucking mud. Yeah, the bitch gonna say that. But the bitch didn't get it out the mud unless she's referring to somebody else's mud. Because when you say get it out the mud, you're applying to your own mud. You take some dirt and some water and mix that shit and you get that shit out your own motherfucking mud. That bitch didn't do that. Latrice had already had a good solid mud fucking foundation. And the bitch went over there to try to glean from Latrice's mud. And when Latrice said, get your dumb ass on, you stink ass thought, then 1 second, y'all. When she said, when that didn't work for her, then she went over to Roz's well-formed mud and tried to take some of that. And she took a little mud from here and a little mud from there. And she what, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna look at Gamma's comment after I finish this. And she took different pieces of other people's mud and she tried to and that's how she started. That's how she started. She didn't get that shit out the mud. I mean, it wasn't her own mud. But when she told those lies on me, she kept talking about getting it out the mud. Then everybody started talking about getting it out the mud, and I got it out the mud. And a lot of y'all didn't get it out the mud either that was saying that stupid shit. But when it was me, it was cool. It was cool. But now that she's throwing it at other people, the exact same bullshit lie because you can't teach your old dog new tricks. Now it's a fucking problem. The fuck? Stupid. Gamma said, she said, how do people think that super chats mean gaining subscribers? Right. She said, what in the hell does one have to do with the other? Lord, thank you. Because let's be real. Let's say, for example, someone, let's see where this bears. Wait. Let's say, for example, someone, I almost lost my train of thought, but I got it back. I'm trying to tell you, when you got a little time and you just pull over, do your live or whatever before you got another appointment. I don't know. Does it? Oh, I knew her ass ain't go far. I knew she didn't. Guess what? Y'all, I'm on bullshit today. I'm not gonna lie. Because I was sitting there talking to y'all, and this fucking weird ass BMW decided she'll just park and keep her eyes on me. And I stared her ass down. That's why I was talking slow. And then I looked back and she didn't park behind me. So guess what the fuck I just did? Park behind her. Cause mind your motherfucking business. I'm just trying to sit there and talk until I gotta go to the next place and get my live in. So she pulled up and had her window down and she kept looking. So now I'm on you. And I ain't gonna get into nothing with nobody because I'm too grown for that. But I'm just gonna put a little attention on her since she wants it. Her and another car. That's why I don't be understanding. If you like sit in a parking lot or whatever, you like, okay, well, I ain't gonna go all the way wherever because the next thing I gotta do is on this side of town. So I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit. I could do whatever. I could have been making adjustments in my binder that I need to update. I could have been doing anything. But if you sit here, I don't know if you're talking or whatever, because I did have the windows down. And that's the third car that pulled up, but they do that all the time. I don't know if they do that everywhere. People are just weird. So she was like facing towards me the next aisle over, and I was talking slow because I just looked, put my eyes on her and just kept them on her. So she moved, and I looked around because I was like, I don't know why, but I just got a feeling she didn't just leave. And she parked in a space somewhat behind me. So now I'm parked behind her. I should have turned the camera on and show y'all. I'm like 2 rows back. One spot over, 2 rows back. She wasn't as close, but it don't matter. As a matter of fact, I just made a decision. I know she saw me pulling up, but you know what? I just made a decision, y'all. I think I'm gonna pull over 2 spots so that I can be in the driver's side mirror. Yeah, that's what we gonna do. I should have parked in. I parked in the passenger side mirror, but I didn't see a passenger, so let's park in the driver's side mirror. Boom. There you go. Now you watching me. We watching each other. Something Buckets would never do because she's a coward, and I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke with nobody out here for real. I would love for us to be in harmony, and I don't want no smoke in this situation, but I do want people to mind their business. I could sit here and park and I wouldn't give a damn what I was doing. I could have been taking a nap. I could have been on the road trip and I just wanted to catch me a little nap before I continue driving. I could be doing anything. If I don't look like I'm harming myself or anyone else, people should mind their business. And that's just it, and that's just all. And since people are weird, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put my mask on. That's what I'm gonna do. Now, guess you ain't got nothing to do better with your day. Here we go. Boom. Let's just do that. So there we go. I'm gonna start telling y'all about people parking close, though. Anybody else deal with this? I know other people, especially content creators, do deal with it because it's that one guy. It's this one guy. He tried all kind of food stuff. He used to do it at home. He'll sample the food. Like he'll make a recipe and try the food, or if it's a trending sort of food item that you can buy at the store, he would go and buy it, and he'll tell you how good it is or how bad it is. He's so funny to me. I don't know his name, no, off the top of my head. I never really paid that much attention to his name. I do remember that I remember he said he's in Ohio. Y'all might know who I'm talking about. Is this black guy, and he humps the if it's good, he'll hump the refrigerator. Y'all know who I'm talking about? One day he did a video and he was talking about whenever he said when he parks way far at the back of the parking lot, he said don't be a damn car in sight. He said as soon as he parks at the back of the parking lot, some damn body come and park by him. He might be trying to just sit there. He might be trying to just record something real quick. He might just be trying to do anything. He say somebody always come and park next to him. And sometimes they just sit there, got the damn window open. I say, boy, you feel it. You feel it. You feel it. Then it's another one. Her name is For It's Rocks, which is funny because I haven't been watching her lately, but I used to watch her consistently when I used to watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I never missed her show, okay? And she would like go on her lunch break and get some food and record her video. And I can't tell you how many times she'll leave it in there while she recording the video. She'd be like, somebody parked right next to me. She like, I'm away from all cars. Or somebody would just pull up and she'll be like, start talking quieter, and she'll be like, they're parked right next to me. They're just sitting there. They just she'll move her car sometimes. And then she'd be like, okay, this should be better. And the next thing you know, here comes somebody every time. And I'm like, man, I tell you. I say, well, I guess that's just how the world is these days. I don't know. I don't personally understand. I'm never gonna stop what I'm doing so I can be in somebody else's business. And if I park way at the back of the parking lot and it's only one car on that row, I'm probably gonna park the next row over because I don't want to be a weirdo. So I don't know. I don't understand. But anyway, back to the subject matter at hand. Let me turn that up. Let me turn that off. I meant to say. I want to roll the window down, but let me see, what time is it. Make sure I stay on schedule. Uh so okay, so back to the comment at hand. Let's take a little detour. The first part of Gamma's comment, right? I'm a dissect it, right? How do people think that super chat means gaining subscribers? That's what I want to know. Because the person throwing the super chat can be anybody. And if the receiver does not point out that the thrower is a content creator or has a channel, how would people know? How would they know if they're not familiar with that person? That's the first thing. And it's so many other reasons. It only way that it could translate is if the person puts in their message that I'm so distracted, y'all. Okay. If they put in the message on the super chat something about their channel, like some self-promotion thing. That's just like being in somebody's chat, because the next part it says, she said, what in the hell does one have to do with the other? You feel me? Because it's not computing to me. That's just like being in somebody's chat. If you're not aware that the person in the chat has a channel, or even if you know this is a content creator, that doesn't mean that you're going to go and check them out, let alone subscribe. And if a person is in your chat and they are a content creator, how is that trying to take somebody's subs? Because she said that Mrs. Carver donated to the GoFundMe in her name so that she can be seen, so that the Raw Squad can go over there. And then she said she's saying subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. So now she wants to get the Raw Squad to subscribe to her channel. So she's basically saying that she was, I guess that's a form of manipulation. I'm not saying that it's true. I am gonna say if a motherfucker's standing on that for me, I'm standing on that for them. But I'm also gonna say that it's obnoxious and stupid. A dumb thing to say. Because how does she know? Well, okay, in some cases she might know their intentions. But if a person doesn't tell you their intentions and they don't have that track record, then you can't accuse them of that. In her case, she's a deceiver and a manipulator. And with what she's saying, she's letting it be known that that's how she thinks. So that is her um telling on herself, projecting the things that she often does. So when you see her doing that, which when has she thrown somebody, when has she popped up in chats and thrown super chats? When? You know what I mean? But she's telling on herself. That's what she does. Is she saying that she pops up in chats because she's trying to gain something? Is that what she's saying? Because that's what it sounds like. But anyway, it's just crazy. It's the stupidest thing I ever heard. And for anybody to believe her, especially in a case like me, yes, I was in your chat sometimes, but you don't know me for real. So you couldn't possibly know my intentions. And I wasn't trying to gain anything from her. And by the way, there was a few people that was calling my name out, um, that definitely helped me. As much as I didn't ask, I'm extremely grateful to them, and I definitely threw money their way. Um, because that's how you say thank you out here. You know what I'm saying? That's how you say thank you. And they helped me out a lot because I would have never just said, "Hey, I have a channel," or anything unless somebody invited me to, because I didn't want to overstep. You feel me? I would have never said it. I didn't want to overstep. Oh, that was a better spot. Put this right here. So anyway, it's just crazy. It's crazy. It is crazy, and she is crazy. And she's an overstepper. So of course an overstepper would think that other people are overstepping. And by the way, if you guys want to know how it ended with the BMW, she left. Bye. Bye bye. Took you long enough. Don't be a weirdo. I parked right behind her so she could see me in her rearview mirror. Yep, sure did. You was watching me, now I'm watching you. Nah. Hope she felt uncomfortable. I told y'all, even like in stores, when people follow me in the store, I turn around and start following them unless I don't have time. If I don't have time, I just don't even address it. I act like they're not following me because I don't have time. Don't let somebody follow me and I got time. I took my kids back to school shopping one day. My son was like, "Ma, that was so extra." He was in what the hell is the name of that? He was in, I don't know, one of them preppy stores. Oh, no, I was going to say Banana Republic. That wasn't the store. Um one of them preppy stores he was in. And we went in this store and this lady just she followed us so bad. And I was just waiting on it was teenage boys. I was just waiting on them to get what they wanted. Well, one was teen at the time, one was preteen. And I was kind of just hanging out, letting them get what they want. They already knew. My kids know they go in the store. I give them a budget. I let kids have some level of independence. I let them figure out how to manage money and stuff like that. So I used to, from restaurants to anything. They got to the point where they'd be like, "Mom, what's my budget?" You know your overall budget for back to school shopping. So as you go from store to store, then you know how much money you working with. And American Eagle. That's what the store was. It was American Ego. It seemed like a preppy store to me. That lady followed us so bad. I followed her. So my kids was shopping and I started following her because when I started mimicking her, she started walking away. And every time she walked to another rack, I walked over there with her. I just followed her. while they finished getting everything they wanted. And then we made our purchases and we left the store. And I was like, I hope she felt uncomfortable, and then do not make the rest of the people feel that way, because it was relatively early in the day. So I'm sitting in the parking lot minding my business, and you pull up on me, I'm going to pull up on you. Let's go. Anyway, let me look at the comments. Saret in the building. Hey, Saret. Welcome in, boo. Happy Wednesday. Yama. She said, I'm always saying there has been probably over 50 CCs that looked out for my channel. Hold on, let me put my glasses on so I can read like I know how to read. Let me put my glasses on so I can read like I know how to read. Ooh, excuse me. It's halfway a nice little breeze. I think where I was sitting at before the breeze was better. She said, they looked out for my channel. She said it ain't no one person helped me to build my channel. She said if that was so, I wouldn't have struggled to get to 100 subs. Period. And you know what? Period. Right? So can't nobody take credit for it. And then I say for the people who did get a little bit of help, you got a little bit of help. What's wrong with that? Listen, if somebody helps you and they didn't do it from the heart, next time don't help the person. If you gonna help somebody, don't feel entitled to something. Don't feel like you gotta walk around talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like she always talking about what she did for someone. Some of the people she say she did something for, she's lying. Other people, she really did help them. She did. So I'm not saying she did the most, but there are times when she um did shout channels out. There are times when she did share them on her community wall. No matter how minimal that sharing was. She did. And so she may have helped some, but if she didn't mean to help them, then why did she do it? Stop talking about it. And then talking about the people that she built and trying to say like she helped so many people versus Roz. I don't think that that's true. I don't believe that's true, because anytime people was attached to her and doing her dirty work or speaking her bullcrap narrative, she was cool. The moment they showed any level of independence or connection to anybody that she didn't approve of, it was a problem. And every time, what does she keep coming back and saying all the time? I ain't shouting nobody out. I ain't helping nobody. Talking like Treese, but Treese been doing paid promotions since she was in the probably 5,000s. You know what I'm saying? Like if she had made it that far, she been talking about paid promotions for as long as I can damn remember. Not from day one, but very early on, she been talking about teaching and paid promotions. Before other people did. And this one, you gotta pay me or I ain't helping nobody. I ain't shouting nobody out. Like it was that ego. It was that ego. And then she gonna come back talking about getting it out the mud. You didn't get it out the mud. It had a bunch of people that she did help talking about how they got it out the mud. No, you didn't. Your ass was on the struggle bus. We all watched it. And then you attached your wagon to that dusty, broken down, stanky wagon. And then all of a sudden, people saw you. And you want to push. Boy, I tell you, some of these people are nuts. They're nuts. She has not pure intentions. She didn't help nearly as many people as she would like people to think that she helped. If Roz was out here, she know Roz will cuss her out and get her all the way straight with these lies that she telling. She just run. She like a little child that's running loose, saying whatever she want to, cause she, cause she ain't getting chin checked. She ain't getting chin checked. So she just running wild, just saying all kind of reckless, crazy things. She feeling like she can rewrite history at this point. Grandma said, I appreciate all of those CCs equally. She said, I never asked anyone, and they did it genuinely and ain't out here talking about they built my channel, period. Period. Because you would want, and that's how it's supposed to go. You feel me? Like that's how it's supposed to go. You don't shout people out because you want something in return. Although don't get me wrong, if you shout some, if you, I feel like if people are giving, then it should be a network of giving. But I do feel like it sort of naturally works like that, except for people like her that are takers or her crew and everything. But at the end of the day, you know, sometimes people just see somebody new and they want to help them. When I see, it's funny because there's been a couple of times people been in my chat and they were unfamiliar to me. I didn't realize they was well established, and I went, "Oh wait, so and so, you got a channel? Y'all go check out so and so." And I remember back when I was here the last time when I would go like, "Go check out so and so," and then she'll come back and she'll do commentary and talk about a small channel talking about a bigger channel. If I didn't know the person had a channel, or if I knew they had a channel and they had way more subscribers than me, but you never know who's listening to you or when they listen to you. You could become the big channel or one of the big channels, and somebody could be catching your replays. But she was all some small channel shouting channels out. Yeah, I didn't have that many, and I sure did. I used to do it consistently back then. Shout everybody out. So, like, what's wrong with it? But if it's genuine, who cares? It's because she's about dividing, conquering, she's about destroying, and she doesn't want to see people grow because she's selfish. If we share subscribers and the subscribers have more and more people added to the pool of people that they support, that takes away from the money that they throw at her. Plus she wants to be like the queen, so she didn't want any more competition, all while she's out here competing with everyone. That's just my opinion. That's ridiculous. But I don't know why people wouldn't want to support people, especially if you don't know them and you guys are like doing the same thing. Everything's all good. And if you got it out the mud, you got it out the mud. Some of us are getting it or did get it out the mud. And then there's the buckets of the world, a thief. So, of course, she would thieve subscribers or whatever. Grandma said, I love giving anybody a little help. She said, I can. And they ain't forever indebted to me either. Period, Grandma. See, from the heart. You feel me? Just genuine. That's genuine right there. That's genuine. And I don't know. Cause Buckets is the type of person nobody should want anything from. She's forever gonna talk about it. Forever. Grandma said, I've been able to gain 10 to 20 subs from a CC who didn't have 500 subs of their own. Period. Period. You see what I'm saying? So no matter how big or small, you'll never know who listening to you, where they coming from. They might be coming from a different sector. It could be anything, and they are, every little bit helps. Somebody hear it and they go, oh, so and so. Especially when you talk about somebody like, for example, a lot of us over here, we talk about the same type of things. And even if it's in a different sector, it's just drama. It's a bunch of drama for the most part. Then you have somebody like Gamma. She got neutral content. She got positive content. You know what I'm saying? She got educational content. She got a variety of content over there. People gonna be like, oh, something different. They might be intrigued. You know what I'm saying? And go check it out at least, and then like it and stay. You never know. But listen, I feel like you get what you give. I do for the most part. So that's why Buckets is where she's at. Imagine if Buckets was not the horrible human being she is. Could you guys imagine the numbers that she would have? Could you imagine the amount? One second. Could you imagine the amount of growth that she might had experienced had she not been the way she had not shown up the way that she has? Imagine the amount of money that she would have gained had she not been shut down um several times because she's evil and does evil things. And so she keeps finding herself demonetized. The other reason she keeps finding herself demonetized is because she secretly attacks people and has gotten people demonetized and has gotten channels shut down. I'm telling you, when I got struck out, the channel did not say her name. It didn't say her name. There's several people, I bet, that got struck or struck out from that same channel, and they're not connecting it to Buckets because it's not in Buckets' name. It's in Roz's name. You said, wait, what? They tell you the government name attached to the channel, but they also tell you the channel name. The government name is neither one of their names. But the name attached to the channel, I'm talking about the one that struck me out. It's chopping it up with Roz, but instead of 594, it was 549. But I pay attention to details. So when I saw the email, I said 549. That's not Roz's handle. So I went and I looked at Roz's handle. And I think I'm saying it in the right order. I said that's not it. So I went and double checked it, and I'm like, okay, that's what I thought. So the last two numbers were flip flopped, but the government name was a name of none that I had heard over here. But I'm like, I just think it was Buckets. You know what I'm saying? Because you can put, it wasn't like a monetized channel. It didn't have enough numbers. It was like a troll account, and it had videos that would make you, it was only a few of them that would make you think that it was Rise, but that wasn't, I just don't think that was Rise. I'm pretty sure it was Buckets. It was Buckets. Everything in me, I know it was her. And so that's just it, and that's just all. And right around that time, um I heard Renee say something about the same channel, and she had gotten a strike. And I said, that's Buckets. It's not Roz. Roz didn't even have, I don't, well, I guess she would have had a reason to strike her at that time. But I was like, that's not Roz, it's Buckets. And the other thing about it is, see, people were saying Buckets stands on it. No, she doesn't. But Roz would be like, yeah, bitch, I struck you. She would have said it. She would have came out here voice boastfully bold and acknowledged it. Yeah, told you I was gonna get you. Da 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 da. Roz didn't peep a word, not a word. It wasn't Roz. It was Buckets. It was Buckets, and I still. And then as soon as I got up out of here, she started taking my sayings, calling herself what I called her, and all that other kind of stuff on some single white female weird shit. It was Buckets. Anyway, right. She said the only time. Oh wait, I think it moved on me. Right. Wait, she said, then I've been, oh, Rita Williams. Okay, I was just make sure I was in the right spot. Hey, Rita Williams, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. She said, then I've been in CC's chat with 500 subs, and through their shout out got me 0 subs. Right. Right. See, you see what I'm saying? It's completely unpredictable because it's really on the people. Even if somebody came on that type of time, it's literally on the individual how they want to move. So her theory is stupid. But when she threw it at me, like I said, several people wanted to bandwagon it and say that about me, and it's not true. I was like, you know what? Why can't it be like when you get food delivered and you got a certain amount of time to take your tip back? Why can't it be like that? Undo it. Nah, you dusty, needy bitch. Lying on some fucking body and too fucking cowardly to leave the shit up. And I started talking about it, and people like, I didn't see that. She did it in the middle of the motherfucking day, and as soon as the shit was over, she put it on private. And then every time somebody says, so who, like a owl, bitch, the motherfucker you was just talking about, you punk ass bitch. Oh, let me make sure. I didn't move closer. Like, let me make sure nobody hear me talking like that. No little children. I don't want to taint their precious ears. Um, Yama said, oh, I read that. I read that. Ooh, crap. My finger slipped. Y'all speaking. Yeah, 100,000. She said Rita Williams. Oh, she's speaking subs. Okay. Damn, that's cool. Gamma said, Rita, actually, you can now have 1 million subs and not make a dime. Oh, come on. She said no money is paid for subs. You can only get paid for views, memberships, supers, and or promotion or commission. Oh, good to know. Gamma said, Rita, that's why I don't understand why it's all the talk about sub counts. That part. That part. Rita said, none of these people got clout but LA. Don't tell Buckets that. She is the clout. Let her tell it. Rita said, LA is probably laughing and then using words like clout at them using words like how exactly. Lady B in the building. She said, good evening, kiss and chat. Hey, Lady B. Welcome, welcome. And ads. Right. And ads. You right. And ads. That's facts. That's 100. Definitely. Definitely for that one. Yeah. So, I mean, everything she was saying was to create division. A lot of, I'm telling y'all what she said about me and what she did to me. But a lot of people have been attacked by her, at this point. A lot of people have. And so, um, and so at that point, I don't know that it was very well established. I'm gonna tell y'all when she did that live and did that delete on me. I was I remember the weather. I remember it, it's funny because I remember how sunny the day was. And I was trying to say that it was like June. Yeah. Cause I remember now. I was trying to remember what side of my surgery I was on. I had surgery. No. Was that when I had surgery? No, they weren't there when I had surgery. So they had came after I was recovering from the surgery. Okay. So it was more like, I don't know, I gotta look because I'm torn between two years, but I was very, very new. I I wasn't out here that long before I got struck out. I was out here long enough, but I wasn't out here that long. Actually, it had to be. It had to be my first year out here. So it was 23. It had to be the first year because I barely made a year and I got struck out. So it had to be the first year. So it was 23. And she went live and told those lies on me. And then a couple of months later, I guess, not a couple of months later, yeah, not even a year later, she struck me out. Stupid bitch. And it is what it is. But anyway, she out here lying on people now. Telling my whole point though, saying all that was just to point out the fact that she's recycling her lies. That's really what I was trying to say. I took the scenic route to make my point. My point was she's recycling her lies. And the lies don't even make sense. Me personally, if I heard that about a content creator and then that content creator dropped in my chat, 1 second. They dropped in my chat and they did the same thing everybody else was doing and they didn't disrespect me or the chat, I wouldn't feed into it. If I believed her, I'd be mindful of the person and I would look to see if they're behaving the way that she said. But the way she said with me, she said that I was speaking to people individually so that I can be seen, which in some cases it wasn't because I can be seen, but sometimes I would speak. If some one person speak to me, I see they spoke, I spoke back. I ain't looked through the whole chat. And then sometimes I put a bunch of names in one message just like everybody else does. I didn't do anything different. But some of the people was just talking to me like I was spamming a chat. She said speaking to people individually so I can keep my name in the chat and be seen. That's so stupid. Oh well, I'm loyal. I'm loyal to the soil. So, oh well, you want to turn on me for a dusty Uno tubed bucket bitch that I knew was gonna eventually fall out with a bunch more people. I saw it. Sucks to be you. So moving on. Moving on. Sucks to be you. Now, Buckets is over there mostly by herself. Gamma said, yes, Lady B and ads. Gamma said, sub count 500 to 1,000 only matters to get initially monetized. Anything else won't matter. Okay. Um, that's good information. Vibe said, hey, Kiss and Chat. Hey, Vibe. Welcome, welcome. Mm-mm. Let me see. Let me see. Listen, she took the issue with me. And then after that, I pulled up in a couple of chats and got cussed the fuck out just for being there and speaking. I got cussed out. You know what? I told you I'm going to tell the whole story at some point, but I'm just going to put it like this. There was a few content creators that was down with her at the time. All are on the outs with her at this point. After she told those lies on me, I went in their chat and I spoke as usual and they cussed me smooth the fuck out. Like I said, initially DJ would get your dog head in like that. But the next time I popped up, she lost her shit. I know this bitch ain't in my chat. Well, she lost her motherfucking shit when she saw my screen name in her chat. Get your ass around here. Trying to take subscribers. She do her and Buckets had been on the outs for months at that time when she said all that shit, and still said the same thing about me. And then I went live on her, bitch, and that's what I started calling her JD. That was when I went from calling her DJ and started switched to calling her JD. I went live and said what I had to say and called her as stupid as she is, and then I started calling her JD after that. You stupid bitch. Talking about she lying on you, even though some of the stuff that everybody know was true. Bobby, getting obsessed, girl. The man moved on. Get over it. The man moved on. Get over it. Trying to get camera shots of him because y'all share a kid in common and he's around. Hey, Bobby, can you move that water? Girl, Bobby is in your head. Leave that man alone. That's what we should have been dragging. Well, we did drag you about that. But I left her alone before then. Me and Bobby this, me and Bobby that. Repeat your first. Your girl is giving up sex. She literally called me a dog head. I said, no, she mad. Oh, she mad as hell that I'm in this chat. She called me a motherfucking dog head. I said, what funny as hell? I know this dog head ain't in my chat. I said, oh shit, she raging mad. Mm-mm-mm. Put my glasses back on. Oh, wait. I thought I had charged that. How was that out of juice? Lady B said everyone don't have ulterior motives. Exactly, Lady B. But she does. So she can't see past her own lens. You feel me? She got ulterior motives with everything in life. I think. That's my opinion. So she always thinks somebody else got ulterior motives. Some of us are straight shooters. We don't feel like we have to manipulate or deceive. You know what I'm saying? But she does. So she can't see it any other way. But keep in mind, she's a thief. How you gonna be a straight up thief? You don't walk into Miss Mitzi's house and be like, listen, I'm gonna try to rob you blind. But I'm really telling you, I just want to work here. No, so she can't expect anybody else to be a straight shooter because she's not. I'm broke. I'm busted. I'm disgusted. I need tires for my vehicle. I need to pay my daughter's rent. I need a lot of stuff. She couldn't tell Miss Mitzi that. She couldn't tell Safeway or whatever the hell they got and be like, listen, I need some bologna and some silverware and I need some rain boots. And I'm not gonna pay you for it. She couldn't do that. She had to just go in and steal it. So she don't expect anybody else to be a straight shooter because she's not. Excuse me. I did not mean to belch. I need some water. Ooh, what time is it? Okay, keep an eye on the clock. I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Lady B said, and so at the end of the day, everyone has the same damn supporters. That too. But see, that's part of the game though, because she just want to make sure that they limit who they're supporting. At this point, I guess it's more so out of control. But she's still on that bull because look what she said about Miss Carver. The same thing that she said about me. So I guess we all on the same agenda. You feel me? Even though it's the same pool of supporters. A shift was going to happen regardless because of the circumstances of the current situation and the ongoing future situation with the girls doing their own thing and going into the next chapter of their lives. So a shift was going to happen regardless. No one has to manipulate anyone for that to be the case because it's just inevitable. So it was stupid. It was stupid when she said it about me. It was stupid when she said it about the content creators dropping in Majane's chat, throwing super stickers. She said it about Gamma, something along those lines. That was stupid. Talking about trying to be seen. It was stupid when she said it about Mrs. Carver. Even though I'm giving Mrs. Carver grace, even though she cussed me for a dog. As I heard somebody say. Somebody said it like that. That's that country way of saying it. She cussed me for a dog and accused me of the same thing. And here I am giving her grace when it happened to her. And I didn't do anything wrong ever. I never disrespected anyone. I'm disrespecting buckets now, but I didn't disrespect anybody at that point. And I'm intentionally disrespecting buckets. Fuck you, bitch, for life with a sick one. Probably need to sit on something. They ain't sat on one in a long time. Grandma said, right, Lady B, it's fine if they speak when they want them to, but when it's not to their benefit, then it's a problem. Exactly. And that's how she does everything. She twists and turns it to benefit her narrative. If it was another person, she would have been like, damn, they ain't even speaking. You know what I'm saying? She's just full of shit. And if you gotta see clearly in order to see past her bull. Lady B said, it's Gamma's world. She said, exactly. She said, hell, didn't they do it before they got their weight up? Exactly. Exactly. So again, she's letting you know what type of time she was on. Because what did she do? She hit, you gonna learn today's panel to scream and shout. Her and Roz hit the panel. And then she want to say, hey, y'all, check me out. I got this punk ass name that I came up with, TMN. Run over to my channel. Did she run that by? You gonna learn today? Did she? You gonna learn today isn't the one that said, go check her out. She got a channel. I don't even know if she knew beforehand. I went back for that video for the longest time. I watched so many videos looking for it, and there was no sign of it. um, Rita Williams said is, what I don't understand is why she always showing her estimated income for the month. That little money, I will not be able to pay all my bills, period, Rita Williams. I was about to say that yesterday, but I was like, if y'all heard me say, um, I was saying like, you know what, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to seem pretentious. But to be honest with you, what the hell you gonna do with $3,500 for the month? You broke bitch. The fuck? What the fuck is that? You couldn't even eat good. Can you pay all your bills, let alone groceries? You know you on SNAP benefits. Always talking about the land, and all the projects y'all got going on. How the fuck you pay contractors and maintain your living with $3,500 for the month? That's how we know you ain't got shit, cause that ain't shit. That's chump change. Broke. But keep in mind, she doesn't have bills. That's a lot to her. That's a lot to her because she doesn't have anything, and bills, that is. She has no assets, which means that she does not have bills. She's couch surfing, staying with her daughter. I guarantee you she kicks in absolutely nothing on the expenses. She got a SNAP card where she um she has a SNAP card where she can use the government's assistance to purchase um food. So therefore, 3,500 is a lot to her because she isn't going to do the things that most adults have to do when they receive money. You know, they what they have to do monthly with at least some or all of the money that they receive. She doesn't have that. So it's impressive to her because she going to get that and more, and then she done got to pay nobody. Ain't got no credit, thief. Probably don't pay your bills for real. No place to stay, no expenses like that. Car probably used. No car note. All the things. All the things. What did I do with mine? Set my glasses right. What time is it? Okay, y'all. I gotta wrap this. Let me look at the comments and then wrap. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Um, but she gonna brag because it's more than she's ever had. This is a lot to her. Gamma said, Lady B said, Rita Williams, that. Gamma said, Lady B, I thought speaking was universal for socialization, respect, or to communicate what the F, what she said, they make the smallest ish into a molehill. Right. What the F, they make the smallest ish into a molehill. Do, always do. Because again, if you weren't speaking, then it would have been a problem. It's normal and it's a cultural. I mean, I'm sure all cultures have their way of greeting, but in the black community, bring your ass in somebody's house and don't speak. Everybody gonna cuss you out, including the people that don't live there. What the hell is wrong with you? You don't come in somebody's house and don't speak. But she just be trying to create dissension. See, people like her, they usually give people lose-lose options. In her mind, in her fake narrative, if you speak, you're manipulating, you're trying to poach subscribers. But that's just a fake narrative. But see, if you don't speak, you rude because in our culture, we speak. It's a lose-lose. People like her, they just like to give people lose-lose choices. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. So the best thing to do is don't listen to her. Do and don't. What you do actually do is don't listen to her. Because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Tell her to take her own advice. That's the best thing to do. A lot of times people don't do that. When they run into a her, you first. You stop going in chats and speaking. See how you show up. How you going to socialize and connect to people if you don't speak? What if you're a subscriber and you're speaking? And you never ever create content, do a video short or a live. Are you trying to gain something? So how does that apply to this person or these few people, but it doesn't apply to everyone, including you? So now if I listen to you, then I'm the one with the problem because what you're saying is dumb as hell. And if you follow an idiot, it makes you an idiot too. Rita Williams said, Gamma, she said, I was under the impression once they award you a YouTube plaque, your income increases. That's good. That's good information. I don't know. Now that I'm wondering. Now you got me thinking, Rita Williams, but she said Gamma. So let's see. Let me go through the comments. She said, Lady B said Gamma, exactly. It's enough money for everybody to make if that's what people want to do as side pocket change or main income. And that's the problem with sisters, us chocolate folks always trying, is it going on, to keep another sister down. So yeah, crabs in a barrel type stuff. Crabs in a barrel type stuff. Google is $1 billion company. $1 billion company. And as they continue to add these other features, they got the gifts that you can throw like they did on Bigo. They keep adding ways for people to spend money to support people because they get a percentage because they are $1 billion company. And people over here fighting over crumbs. That's so stupid. Yama said, no, Rita. She said, you can have 1 billion subs. It's not connected to one red cent. She said, you receive sub count milestone plaques. That's it. Oh, that's good to know. Rita said, it is called greed, greed, selfishness, greed, entitlement. You want it all. Selfish, greedy, entitled, never had nothing. But what you can't do is tell people what to do with their money. That's what you can't do. Some people fall in line. Some people don't. Because I'm the type of person, this is my money, I earned it. You try to tell me what to do with my money, I'm going to catch an attitude. And if I was gonna give you something, now you ain't getting it. 1 second, y'all. Oh man, I think it's a gnat. I don't know how a gnat got to flying around my car, but I keep calling her a gnat, so I must, the law of attraction. B, you better speak. She said they are so scared to unite. Crab in a bucket mentality. All of that. All of that. Rita said, wow, and sisters are fighting for crumbs. Makes no sense. Exactly. Don't make no damn sense. Lady B said, get my period. Lady B said, she said, Rita, she said, shaking my head. That's true. Oh, let me see. Gamma said, I thought women automatically came together to build each other up. That's where I came from. But I see that it's not like that in the YT streets. Yeah, it's unfortunate though. It's really unfortunate. And I just feel like in a case of a Buckets who's never had anything, that's just her story. If y'all heard her earlier, she said something about wherever she said she from, and she like basically it's a real poor neighborhood. Duh. We know. We can tell you never had nothing, enough of anything, probably including love. Something is wrong with you. You're mental, and I think you got dropped on your head anyway as a baby. Rita Williams, she said, truth be told, she said, on this side of the spectrum, Roz was the only one that was making the big bucks. She said, Bucket can't stand next to her. Roz was getting a lot of big super chats and had 2K in her chat. And Bucket's always, and okay, that's a period. And I'm saying, yes, and Buckets always wanted what Roz had. And now she's trying to get it. Look at her, including calling out Neek at night. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear? Some of y'all don't listen, but for the ones that do listen, did y'all hear her call out Neek at nights? I mean, I've been watching her for years. Shut your ass up. You know she was a Roz supporter. You know she was in Roz's chat. You know she be in the girls' chats. You know that. Talking about somebody trying to poach somebody. I would say I just thought about that just now because I thought about it when I heard her say it. I said she got the nerve to try to accuse me of trying to poach somebody, and you calling out Neek at Night's name as if you ever called out her, like as if I've been watching her for years. And now she want to try to. I saw a live of her crying. You might have actually been, but she ain't. When she been in your chat? When do you hear her calling out Neek at Night? Because Neek at Night is in her chat. But she been down with Roz and Roz's girls. Talk about trying to poach subscribers. Guilty. Neek don't seem like, I can't see Neek. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for nobody else. But if you watch Neek at night, I don't know. I can't really see her and buckets being a thing. I can't. I could be wrong. I'm only speculating. Lady B said, Yama, they too damn insecure. That's what it is. Lady B said, that's how I was raised. When you enter the house, you speak. Exactly. But people fed into the lies that she told. Now, plenty since then have got become the target of her lies. And everybody else want to say she lying on them, including the same lie she telling. But some of them believed it when she said it about me. She don't even know me. You don't even know me. Rita Williams said, this is way before Roz started cussing people out. Her greatest saying was use your words. Right. She doesn't know how to do that. No, she doesn't. Y'all laughing. Gemma said, girl, Google trillion. Girl, Google, get me together. Pixie, you better get me together. Shit, I said a million. Shit, there's some trillions up in this bitch. 4 trillion. Woo, you feel me? Over here fighting over scraps. And they got $4 trillion. And if they keep doing the stuff they doing with this app, it's gonna be bigger than that. But also, how they a $4 trillion business and they need so much work they need to do with this app? Like, what the hell? $4 trillion. Damn. Damn. That's crazy. Rita Williams said no. Right. She said, wait, I'm saying she doesn't. Yeah, y'all. So, whew, $4 trillion. And they over here fighting over crumbs. That don't make no sense. Ought to be embarrassed. So, anyway, what I am going to do is I am going to get up off of here because I needed to go where I needed to go. And I stayed on this a little longer than I was originally planning to do, but I gotta go head on and get this show on the rizzled, y'all. So I just came in here to talk a little bit about what I heard Bucket talking about earlier. I was gonna end y'all and then start driving, but I want to say one more thing, so I will keep y'all on while I'm driving for at least for a little bit. But and I was gonna say that Buckets was also talking about Prime, and she had never heard of Prime. Did Well, she said he had dropped in her chat or whatever, and then she went to talking about him and your girl and all this other stuff, and I'm like, you probably gleaned that from other people. Like you said, you ain't really know who he was until you saw him in 5150, aka 747's chat. That was probably the actual truth. And then all of a sudden you hear other people mentioning him or found something out. That's what I think. And then, you know, she can't ever keep it real, so she ain't gonna say. She's like, and then I went and I was looking at y'all stuff and I could never get into what y'all was talking about. And I'm like, they were at the time you talking about when she changed her name, they was in, yes, we know. I think that, oh shit. I think that they were at some point beef sector. I never did beef sector, but I know they were street sector. And around that time that Kiki changed her name, they were heavy into street sector stuff. And I thought that Buckets was, ooh, she had even talked to Marcus because she was gonna invite she had invited Marcus to pull up, and you know what I'm saying? She had connected with him when she was doing the steal from the people and blame that you trying to feed the homeless um thing in Atlanta. So if that's the case, then why weren't you interested? If you was interested in Marcus, if you was, because that's all he does. And they were talking about his thing back then. I would say what they used to say, but she'll hear this and then the next time she'll add that into her thing. So I'm not gonna say it. Oh, I'm not gonna say it. Oh man. Gotta run in this store real quick and then I got something I gotta do. So I'm gonna get off of here. That's what I'm gonna do. Thanks everybody that came in. Thank y'all for y'all support. Thank y'all for the likes. Appreciate it. Y'all got anything to chime in? Please chime in on it. I'm sure I can probably do updates on my wall and share and all the things now. So I'm going to, when I get an opportunity to do that, I will be doing exactly that and updating the list, the buckets fallout list. Listen, y'all, it's ruffling feathers, okay? Because about fast as I can update it, they turning around and they're reporting me. So um you know, letting me know that it's ruffling their feathers is enough for me to feel like I'm onto something, and I'm gonna continue to update it and make sure all the names get on it, and you guys go check it out. And if you have any if you see any names that should be on there that aren't on there, please drop that down in the comment section. I know I got a couple of them that I have to add, but you know, it doesn't matter if you say the same ones that I'm getting ready to add to it. Just let me know if I missed anybody. It's people that have had a falling out with buckets. Even some of them fell out with her and they got back in with her. You know, even those, it's literally everybody that she fell out with, even if she made up with them or they made up with her because they up her butt and they just let her dog walk all over them. Not dog walk. I was about to say dog walk because I was talking about that dog head name earlier, but you know, if you see anybody, let me know and then I'll update the list or whatever. But thank y'all for coming in. Appreciate y'all. I am going to see y'all later on It's Grandma's World for way back Wednesday. I'm planning to do my musical thing, but I didn't get a chance to like test out like how to make the music work, and I can't, and I would say that I would just change it to Throwback Thursday, but I really don't have time tomorrow. I know for a fact I ain't gonna be able to squeeze it in. I'm not gonna even try. As a matter of fact, I'm probably not gonna be on here. I don't really see me being on here too much. If I do anything, it'll be early morning, but other than that, I'm probably not gonna be on here. So it depends, but I don't think so. So I'm not gonna try to promise a throwback Thursday instead of the Wednesday, but I was supposed to be fixing the music and figuring it out by tomorrow. That's why I hate to do notifications when I know I'm not ready or whatever. But I also didn't expect the music to go the way it did because I thought that I had figured out the fix. And I know Gamma was telling me that if you that YouTube did something. Oh yeah, I see Gamma still in the chat. Because I'm like, it says oh, it's something about YouTube where it makes it not work. But I'm hoping that somebody that plays music like Classy Lady or Bama that plays music, or actually I think T1000, sometimes I've heard a song or something in the background. Like if any of you guys can help me out, or anybody else that knows if there's a workaround too outside of StreamYard, because like everybody that I just mentioned, I believe y'all be directly on YouTube. So are y'all using a different like app, or you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it's a radio because I haven't heard the radio. Like, what's the trick? But anyway, if I have time to try to figure it out, I will. If not, I'm gonna end up having to reschedule it. But you know, we gonna definitely get this way back Wednesday party kicked off. But I can't exactly say it's gonna be today. And I knew I had a long week, so I thought I was gonna be able to squeeze it in. But I'm sure I'll be able to get it in by next weekend because I do have the week. I mean, not weekend, next Wednesday, because I have the weekend to work with the situation and see if I can't figure it out. So I'll either be rescheduling or whatever. I'll let y'all know. But I'll see y'all over on It's Grandma's World for way back Wednesday where we take a nice little trip down memory lane, laugh, and talk about some of that old school stuff and everything like that. So let me look at these comments real quick. Lady B said, nice chatting with you, ladies. Y'all have a great day. Thank you so much, Lady B. You have a great day. Be blessed. Thanks for tuning in. Gamma said, see you later, Lady B. Rita Williams said, Nola dropped a receipt proving otherwise. She lied about Prime, according to Nola. It is on his post. What? All eyes on you. What? Get out. Gamma said, everyone in the bushes, be sure to meet Kiss back over here tonight while she goes way back with some good music. Yes, yes, yes. I tell y'all what I'm gonna do. Even if it happens to be trial and error, I'm gonna stick to the way back Wednesday. And then I got a couple of ideas. As a matter of fact, I downloaded a different app to see if I can't make it work that way. But I'm gonna try anyway. I ain't gonna just give up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can actually figure it out. So if nothing else, this is the trial run, so we can sort out what the damn problem is when it comes to that. I'm gonna have to check that out. Rita Williams. So what you saying? She lied about what? How long ago she interacted with Prime? Is that what it was? Wow, I'm about to look right now. Hold on. Whoa, why isn't it giving me? Um, he is one funny looking. All right, let me not do that. Oh, okay. Let me see. It's on. It's on. Oh shit! Get the fuck out of here. Where my glasses at? Before I end this. Before I end this. She said yes. Look at his post. Okay. He said Rita was beefing with Chase in 2023. Correct. And when did her kid's picture get posted up? And by who? Oh, okay. And Rita cool with who? She keep losing every time she lied. A receipt came out on her. Laugh emojis. Ball mouth duck a laugh emojis. Now get back to chilling with my wife. That's oh damn. So the receipt is, she said, the message says, I don't know why she used that name. And then it says, I meant who, LOL. Oh, okay. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'll never pay Buckets for an interview. Buckets is friends with Kiki and Octave. She said it in her live. I'm good. Oh well, this is a responder. Oh well, we good. See, I didn't know that. They said Buckets was beefing with Chase in 2023, correct? Because she tried to seem, oh, she told a different version of the story. She just a bald-faced liar. I'll say one time, I need you to, okay, well, that's nice. Oh, yeah. The responders said, we are so glad you're here. Tear a hole in her A. She thinks she's the big bad wolf. Subscribed. Somebody says stank stank mad. They call it stank stank. Oh, that's Bonnie Mitchell. Bonnie Mitchell. She said stank stank mad. I forgot. That's who I need to add to the list too. Damn. I was trying to remember too. I'm like, whose name was that? She said, well, she should do better, right, guys? Oh man, y'all is a mess. Damn. 2023. And was calling out their name. Was she called? She was calling his name back then. That makes sense. Trying to act like she can't just tell the truth. Like, it's not going to be people out here that's clocking every little thing, keeping notes, fully tracking the story, never pulling out of it. They got receipts, they know dates, they know times. You see, like me, I don't know all of that stuff like that. I know some of it, and then other stuff, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right, that did happen. You know, some people got everything. They got every little bit of everything. And somebody like her, she gonna get caught up every single time. That's just how it goes. So it is what it is. That's ridiculous. She's so terrible. She said she just met him through Miss Orange. Yeah, she talking about I had heard of y'all and I had seen y'all stuff, but I could never watch it because she basically said like she wasn't interested in what they were talking about. And I'm like, mm-mm-mm. See, she got caught in another lie, another series of lies. She said, oh, she said, oh, my bad. I think it's delayed because Gamma said, oh, I thought you were coming back. Yeah, I am. I was thinking about not doing it because I didn't fix the problem, but I am. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick to way back Wednesday and I'm going to hope and pray that the music plays correctly. I'm going to try a different app, a few apps. And if we can't figure it out, then I'll have to take a knee and go to the next planner stage, but I'm gonna stick to it. That's what I'm gonna do. So I can stick to it and be consistent. I don't want to cancel 2 weeks in a row. So Rita Williams said, oh, okay, I just read that one. She said, okay, I read that one. Yeah, she ridiculous. All she does is lie, lie, lie. And I'm glad people have the receipts. And it would have been 2023 that she was beefing with Chase. Absolutely. It was. It would have been 2023 when she was beefing with Chase. And the way she was talking about Chase, she was making it seem like she's like, well, like it was not like she got pushed away because she got attachment issues. Chase wasn't she not playing those games with you. Okay, first of all. And Buckets is the way she was calling Chase's name, it's almost like she trying to restart some beef with her, but also if Chase was gonna be on some cool stuff, she was gonna be on some cool stuff too. That's what it sounded like to me. She just needs something to do. She grasping at straws and it's not working for her. But anyway, if I keep on talking, I'm gonna be out of time. So I gotta go. But y'all, thanks for coming in. Thanks for supporting my channel and all the ways that you guys show up and support my channel. I greatly appreciate it. I also want to say thank y'all to everybody who did not believe those lies Buckets told on me. Whether you heard her directly say it, whether you didn't follow the bullshit and you didn't know what was going on because you didn't know at first because you didn't hear the lies, or whether you heard me say what she said and you still chose to believe me, and I am telling the truth. She lied on me. Everything she said about me is not true. She don't know me. She does not know me at all. I do not do the back end. And so there is that. There's no way she could read my motives because I'm not that type of person. So she just projected her bullshit on me. And now here she goes in the last month. She's thrown that same narrative out a few times at different people. So what, we're all on the same type of time? If we're all on the same type of time, that's just the same that she's always the victim when she falls out with people, and she's always on the defensive because she doesn't start it and people do stuff with her because she always flips the narrative that they did this, then I did that, and they did this, then I did that, when the truth is she's really the attacker. So if you believe the stuff she said about me or any of that other stuff that I know to be false or that I believe to be false, I tell you what, I keep telling y'all, and I mean it for real. I got an island off the coast of Costa Rica for the low. For the low, low. You pay me first, sight unseen. I promise you it's not a scam. Okay? And with that being said, oh, you know what? I would repeat it, Rita Williams, but I really do have to run. When I end my live, it does automatically go on private, but give me about 10 minutes and I'll put it back on public. I explained everything in the live. I would repeat it, like I said, but unfortunately, I done took myself way, way, way down on my time and I gotta go, and my phone's about to, to crash out all at the same time. So, yeah, she just full of crap. But with that being said, y'all, I just want to say thank y'all. Let me go ahead. Thank you so much. if you catch the replay, anybody that catches a replay, thank y'all. I appreciate that support as well. But let me get up out of here because I'm gonna keep on talking. This phone is about to crash out on me, and I'm and I'm killing time that I don't have to do right now. So let me get up out of here. I'm gonna catch y'all on the rebound. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Catch me back over here after way back Wednesday. It's Gamma's World. Catch me over here for way back Wednesday music hour. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna go way back in time. I'm gonna do it by request, so y'all give me a request of whatever genre you want to listen to, and we're gonna do it like that. And until the next time I catch y'all, I hope everybody is safe. I hope y'all are feeling good. I hope you're and pray that your cups are full, overflowing, and that you are abundantly blessed. Y'all have a blessed rest of y'all day, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the rebound. I am out of here. Peace.